What is going on, guys? It's Saturn Reaver here, and this is a comprehensive guide to understanding the Chitauri side of Endgame, as well as playing as Thanos, understanding the stones, and understanding playstyles. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So obviously you're going to want to get Thanos first. So what I want you guys to do is go ahead and ping the edge of your circle. If it just happens to be at the end of the bus route, go ahead and wait till then and you can drop at that point. But what you're going to do is you're going to sit in the air until the first stone comes in. Now the first stone is going to come in at 3 minutes. It has been consistently 3 minutes for me. I went into my own gameplays and went through to see when each stone spawns. So 3 minutes for the first stone, a minute 30 for the second stone, a minute 44 on the circle timer for the fourth timer is going to be 26 seconds on the circle, and then 30 seconds on the storm timer is the fifth one. So you guys are going to note those changes as it goes along. Now, you're going to see the stone come into the atmosphere. They always come in from the north, so be looking towards the north. Then you're going to start diving as soon as you see it come into the atmosphere, because you're going to be aiming to get there first. Now, there is a glitch that you can use to abuse the timer on other players, and you can charge up your cannon and shoot that player, and it'll stop them from getting it before you. Now, it works 9 times out of 10, but sometimes they will still get it, and it is actually a glitch that is unfixable, because I had asked today and Epic did reply. I was like, hey, can we get a fix on that glitch? And they said no, it's not possible with a hotfix. So it is going to be a glitch that's going to stay in for the next 5 days or so while it is playable as a mode. So that is how you're going to get Thanos first. Next thing you guys want to know is probably what each stone does. Now the first stone here we have is the reality stone, and the reality stone allows for you to have double health and double shield. Now that is super useful, and I'm going to give you guys my own personal order of which one of these stones I would like to get first when I am Thanos, obviously which ones to look out. But again, this is actually completely random. There is no method to the madness. You have to wait on whatever stones you really want. So the second stone we have going here is the ground pound damage triples, and this is for the space stone, blue stone. Ground pound smash damage is 3 times as strong. So that is actually a really strong ability to use, and I highly recommend it. The third stone here that we have is power. This is one of my favorite ones to get. Laser beam damage is increased by 6 times. So that is when you're going to start hitting for 300 and 300, which means it's only going to take about 2 seconds from your beam to kill an enemy player. The fourth stone that we have going here is going to be damage for punch attack is tripled, and that is going to allow you to get those close quarter battles in and be able to compete against the shield, against the bow, against the Iron Man gloves, and against the Stormbreaker pickaxe. Our fifth stone here is going to be the jump height is double, and this will be the Mind Stone. If you guys did not know that, the Mind Stone will allow you to jump higher. It means you'll be able to get out of those tight situations if you're kind of struggling. And then your last stone here is going to be the Siphon ability, and that is a soul stone, a soul for a soul, if you guys know the quote from Infinity War. So that is 6 stones in understanding what each one of those do. Now, it's obviously, again, not in any specific order. And again, that is stated here by Epic. They said no, it is completely random this time around in terms of you getting a stone and in terms of you being selected as Thanos as well. So in my personal order, I prefer to have the Power Stone first. I think the Power Stone is very good to have first. The second stone that you want to be on the lookout for is Siphon. If you can get Siphon, you're in a really good spot. Third stone you want to get there is health and damage, or health and shield are doubled. That's definitely the third stone or fourth stone that you would want to have on your radar. Now, being a Thanos isn't always about being the most aggressive or playing aggressive or thinking that you can handle every single enemy on the map, because you cannot. You will get destroyed 9 times out of 10 if you think that you can just go in, charge into the center of the map, and go ahead and just pop off. That does not happen often. Now, what you want to do is you want to play aggressive, more aggressive than the Chitauri will, as your army will hopefully be helping you out, but it also is very dependent on how much they are helping you out. If your teammates aren't really doing anything and they're just kind of chilling, you're most likely going to die and it's going to get reset and someone else is going to become Thanos. But if you happen to have a good team that is able to support you and is actually putting down good damage on the enemy players, then you will be able to kind of pop up and be much more aggressive. Now, I think in my own experience, definitely using the ground smash is ideal, because people are going to want to get super close to you a lot of the times. With the Stormbreaker and with the Captain America shield, they have the most effective range pretty much right in your face. The most lethal thing against Thanos is Hawkeye's bow. That's the one thing that you want to watch out for. If you realize that you're taking shots from a specific direction consistently, then you need to start aiming for that Hawkeye, because he will mess you up. He does 200 damage per hit compared to Stormbreaker and Captain America's shield. They do only about 175 per hit, and if they're closer to you, they're going to get their pickaxes and shield back faster. allowing them to put out more damage on you quickly. So you need to make sure you're in the air and going for those ground smashes as much as possible. Now, in terms of being a Chitauri, it's not always about being the hero. You are not a hero. As a Chitauri, you are pretty much part of the army. Your goal is to assist Thanos. You're not there to be the hero in terms of being Thanos. Like, you cannot do as much as the heroes can. So what I personally like to do is find a good spot to sit down, and you pretty much need to be perched up ready to fire at everybody. Like, you need to get eyes on the entire battlefield where everyone is kind of major fighting at. A lot of your teammates are going to be dumb and they're going to actually go straight into battle, and that's not going to work. See, as you guys can see here, I'm kind of unloading on everybody. Anybody I see, anybody in my range, I'm trying to get shots on. I'm trying to weaken them as much as possible, making it easier for my Thanos to confirm those kills, or making it easier for my teammates to confirm those kills. If you're in the middle of the action, you don't have nearly as much capability of being effective. Obviously, Chitauri don't have close range weapons at all. Our weapons are very, very long range, are meant to be taken at a distance, so if you're in their faces, you're playing wrong. Now, you should also not just be sitting back and doing nothing, and you can do that if you really want to become Thanos, but that's not going to most of the time win you the games, and most of the time Thanos is going to die out anyways if he's playing very, aggressive and not very kind of like passive or somewhere in between there. So definitely isn't always about being aggressive on the Chitauri side of things. So that is it in terms of my own personal tips and tricks, things that I've kind of figured out in the last couple of days while this LTM has been around. Now, there's another 5 days with the LTM in the game. You guys should be able to get Thanos a lot more often with the tips at the beginning of this video. You guys should understand how to play as Chitauri towards the end of this video, and also understand, what each stone does in the middle of this video. So I hope you guys find this stuff interesting, at least helpful in some senses. Let me know if you guys start getting Thanos a lot more often, and make sure to subscribe if you guys have not already, if you found this helpful, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.